Students, so in the previous class we had discussed till here. So today we have to start with atomicity. So what is atomicity? Atomicity, it is the number of atoms of an element which are chemically combined together to form the molecule of that element. Okay, atomicity, it is the number of atom of the element which is chemically combined together to form the molecule of element. So let's start with the molecules of element on the basis of atomicity. So on the basis of atomicity, there are four types of molecules of element. That is monoatomic molecule of element, diatomic molecule of element, triatomic molecule of element, and polyatomic molecule of element. So there are certain element which is found in the monoatomic state. It means they contain only one atom in their molecule. Such element will be known as monoatomic molecule. So for example, the alkali metals, so most of the metals, the metalloids and the noble elements, they will belong to the monoatomic molecule of the element. Okay. So example will be the sodium, zinc, magnesium, noble gases like helium, neon, argon and krypton, xenon and radon. So we have already discussed that why noble elements are found in the form of monoatomic molecule, because they have their octet fulfilled. Their outermost shell is filled with the 8 electrons, and that is why they do not require any other element to take the electron or to give the electron. So that is why the noble elements are able to exist independently in nature. So their atom will be able to exist independently in nature. So they will not require any other atom of the same element to exist independently. So such elements are known as monoatomic elements. So mono, it means one, atomic, it means atom. So the molecule of element which will contain one atom in its molecule will be known as monoatomic molecule. So example will be the metals like sodium, metals like zinc, metals like magnesium, okay, and the inert elements. Now what is diatomic element? So di, it means two. So when the molecule of element will contain two atoms of it, it will be known as diatomic element. When the molecule of element will contain two atoms of it, will be known as diatomic element. For example, nitrogen, N2. So it is having two atoms of nitrogen. So nitrogen is diatomic, Cl2. Okay. So it has two atoms of chlorine. So it is diatomic molecule. So the number written is in the subscript form denotes the number of atom. Okay. Then what is triatomic molecule? When the molecule of element will contain three atoms of it, will be known as triatomic molecule. Tri, it means three. So when the molecule of element will contain three atoms of it, is known as triatomic molecule. For example, ozone, O3. Okay, so there is three atoms of oxygen in it. So that is ozone is triatomic molecule. Now what is polyatomic? So more than three such elements will be known as polyatomic molecule. So the elements which will contain more than three atoms in it will be known as polyatomic molecule. For example, P4. So there is 4 atoms of phosphorus. S8, there is 8 atom of sulfur. Okay. Now we have to see that atomicity refers to the total number. Now what is atomicity? It is the total number of atoms which may be of same element. When it is of same element, it will be the molecule of element. Okay, but when it is the atoms of different element, then it will be the molecule of compound, which we will discuss right now. Okay, so I hope this much is clear. So now we have to see the molecular formula of an element. So what is molecular formula? Listen, I have written in the points so that to make you understand. You have to club these points when you are writing the definition. Okay. So molecular formula of an element is the symbolic representation of the molecule. What is molecular formula? It is the symbolic representation of the molecule which will indicate the number of atoms present in it. For example, I am writing N2. Okay, so it is the symbol. I have used N, and N is the symbol of nitrogen. So it is the symbolic representation of the molecule which will indicate the number of atoms present in it, and 2 is indicating how many atoms is there, that is 2. So molecular formula of an element is the symbolic representation of the molecule which will indicate the number of atoms present in it. Okay. Now we have to see the molecules of compound. So molecules of compound will be having atoms of 2 or more element which will be joined together in a fixed ratio by mass. Okay, molecule of compound will have the atoms of 2 or more element which will be joined together in a fixed ratio by mass. So let's see. For example, I am writing carbon dioxide. So this is the molecular formula. This is the molecular formula representation of carbon dioxide. Okay, so molecule of compound will have the atoms of 2 or more elements. So what are the elements over here? Carbon and oxygen. Okay, how many atoms of carbon? 1. And how many atoms of oxygen? That is 2. Okay, which are joined together in a fixed ratio by mass. So let's see. The atomic number of carbon is 6 and the atomic number of oxygen is 8. Okay, atomic mass is almost double in most of the cases. So the atomic mass of carbon is 12 AMU and the atomic mass of oxygen of one atom will be 16. How many atoms are there? There is 2 atoms, so 16 into 2. And how many atoms of carbon? There is 1 atom of carbon, so there is 12 into 1. So we will have a sum of it. So there will be 12 plus 32. So what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? That is 44. Now let's divide it to get the simplest ratio. So I am dividing it by 4, this also by 4 and this also by 4. So when 12 gets divided by 4, it is 3 plus 8 equals to 11. It means when 3 gram of carbon combines with 8 gram of oxygen, it will form 11 gram of carbon dioxide. So that is why it is written here, the atoms are joined together in a fixed ratio by mass. So it will be always fixed. Okay. So molecule of compound denotes the atom of 2 or more element which are joined together in a fixed ratio by mass. Now we have to see here, this is the compound. And which compound? Water. How many atoms of hydrogen is there? 2 atoms of hydrogen. This is hydrogen and this is hydrogen. This combines with oxygen to form water. So 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen will combine to form a molecule of water. Okay. Now this is carbon dioxide. This is the molecular formula of carbon dioxide. Okay. So when 1 atom of carbon combines with 2 atoms of oxygen to form a molecule of carbon dioxide. Now what are the characteristic feature of molecule of compound? So molecule is the basic unit of compound. You have seen, we have represented it like this. So it is the basic unit of compound. Molecule of compound will exhibit all the properties of the compound. So compound's properties will be exhibited by the molecule. Then molecule of the compound will possess a new set of properties. For example, carbon and oxygen is combining to form carbon dioxide. Okay. So carbon is capable to burn, okay, it is capable to burn, and oxygen supports burning or combustion. But when it is forming carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide is not supporting the process of combustion. Okay, so you must have seen near the dhabas they keep a fan where the burning or combustion is taking place. And why they keep a fan? So that the carbon dioxide will be removed from there and the fire should continue to burn. Otherwise the fire will get extinguished. So carbon dioxide is the non-supporter of burning, or it extinguishes fire. Okay, so when it is forming a compound carbon dioxide, in that compound the carbon is not able to retain its property, as well as the oxygen also is not able to retain its property. So that is why it is said here that molecule of compound will possess a new set of properties which will be entirely different from the property of the constituent elements. Then the last characteristic is what? A molecule of compound can be broken down into its constituent elements by using chemical methods, that we have seen in the, I think, in the separation of physical or chemical changes and the compounds and mixtures where we have discussed. So the components of mixture can be separated by physical means, but the components of compound can be separated only by using the chemical methods. Okay, now what is electrolysis of water? So in this we have seen that molecule of compound can be broken down into its constituent elements by using chemical method. So let's see an example of it. So in this apparatus we have taken the acidulated water. Acidulated water, it means in water the acid is added. And which acid is added? That is dilute sulfuric acid. And this process is known as electrolysis of water. Electro, it means by using electricity. Okay, lysis, it means breaking. So when water will be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen with the use of electricity, it will be known as electrolysis of water. Okay, so when this circuit will be completed, the electric current will flow through it and the electrolysis of water will be done. So in this test tube the hydrogen is getting collected, and in this test tube oxygen gets collected, and you see the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen. What is the formula of H2O? Whatever would be the volume of oxygen, the hydrogen will be 2 times of it. Its molecular formula is denoting it. So H2O. So that is why hydrogen gas, it is written here 2 volumes of gas, and oxygen gas is the 1 volume of gas, because the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen in water is 2:1. So if 5 ml of oxygen is collected, then how many ml of hydrogen will be collected? Simple answer will be there, 5 into 2, that is 10 ml. Okay, so this is how you can calculate, or some of the objective questions may be there. So this is how, by using the chemical method, use of chemical method, we can separate the components of the compound into its respective elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. So this is all for today. From the next class we will be starting with radicals. Thank you everyone, and those who have not subscribed the channel till yet, please subscribe the channel, and please do like and share. Thank you everyone.